Hello there, and welcome back to episode 57 of Koganaros, the Fortress by the Sea. And it's probably one of the last episodes of this very fourth season, because we're getting closer to completion here. I do think, though, that a couple of things glitched out last time, so I'm not sure why the pumps here disassembled themselves. This is a very scary thing, but of course we will get through this, and I'm pretty sure that things will work out swimmingly one day. I really don't know what has happened here, why the deconstruction here happened. We gotta be careful about that. It might be the indicator of a bigger problem, but well, we'll see about that. Well. So, let's check back with the machinery. We got here the last few things that we need to complete until that. We have more and more people running into tantrums and other negative emotion spirals. But at least I know where it comes from. Most of these breakdowns are just a result of people not wearing clothes. That is not because we don't have clothes, that is because they were configured in the previous fortress to not wear clothing, and now they're stuck with it. Yeah. Somehow, I don't know how you're supposed to overwrite things like these, and I really don't know why we are unable to get ourselves stuff delivered to the trash zone here. It's as if they are unable to reach this place. But there is a stairway leading there, so that cannot be really the issue. There's always something to worry about. I really wonder what happened here. But maybe, well, let's just not ponder too much about it. Whenever I put down too many work orders at once, strange things happen in this game, and I better get used to it. Okay, now, let's get back to the screw pumps. We need the model turned this way. And then we turn it the other way around. So, we got one this way. So probably I need to build them from top to bottom somehow, because they cannot be built without a neighbor attached to them. But this would be also really weird, because we have this one here sitting there, being unimpressed by all the other things that did hinder the previous ones, so... Well, I cannot tell for sure. I merely know that with everything we got so far, we have everything prepared here. So yeah, how about giving it finally a test drive? Because I think we are now well prepared to launch the first water generator, as everything that we need to do for the second pump stack can be done inside of the column. So we don't need to worry about any of that. So let's do the last check. We have all the trapdoors sealed. We have the massively engraved water spouts available. We got here all the hatches closed. And there is a child locked in here, sleeping there. Brilliant. Good thing that I triple checked. This boy would have gotten the ride of his life, or girl, whatever. Jeez. Moldath. It's a her. Moldath, stop sleeping in the aqueduct. I know it's funny and all, but jeez. This is one of the stories that would actually happen in real life. Children do really stupid things, and they are not really good at judging things either, so... well, Moldath can probably count herself very lucky that the overseer here is a thoughtful person. Nice try, Queen. Nice try. She orders a coffin. She kind of like frightens me. Did she anticipate the death of that child? What is going on with that ugly old hag? If you don't believe me when I call her an ugly old hag, and because you didn't watch all the previous episodes, let me help you out. So, she... Let's see, where can you check out? Description. Tall and belarded by great hanging sacks of fat. Clean-shaven hair, tall ears, narrow nose, brown skin. Yeah, so I really imagine her not being a real sight for sore eyes, and she's 37 years old and looks like an old hag already. Built-in ugliness. Okay, so is the kid finally out of the aqueduct? Yes. Alright. So we have to do a last check again, if not anybody has trapped himself in the technical areas. Of course, I have to wait until this thing is flung up. There we go. So, let's check. This looks just like a moment before, just without a kid in there. Okay, brilliant. So, let's see. These pumps are being brought there, so we see the last few steps there, so it's time. Punch a hole, Jurist. This will be where everything goes either totally wrong, or we have finally a happy little aqueduct here. Let's see about that. So, another wrestler has slipped into depression. Alright. Very excited now. I'm still very curious to see if we are flooding that place now or not. So. It's blinking already, damn. Anticipation is killing me. So, here. Behold Olon Zenkadal, the Kickstarter of our aqueduct. Creator of Rithlet Bufut, well, whatever. Dwarvish is really not the best language. So, yeah, this guy is going to be a very legendary person, as he is now getting the water upstairs. So... it's working. For a moment I was afraid that we ruined it, but it's just passing up so fast that you don't see it flowing through here. For a brief moment I was, oh boy, I did everything wrong. But here you see, water is being extracted out of the ocean. You actually see the ripples in the surface, and it's majestic to me. It's working, Jurist, it's working. So the real interesting question is now, how good will it work, you know? So, as far as I know things, water should flow off the map, off of this pod here. So, let's see. Okay. So there should be no build-up here, yeah. The water is leaving the map via this direction. Now, the interesting question is this thing actually powerful enough to get the water to the other side, or is this just a failed project to begin with? We'll just let it flow. I mean, the good part about it is it doesn't need any attention of mine. It's fully automated. I feel a little bit proud of myself right now, and I bet I should. So we got all the things down here, so we can finally start putting down the last pieces here. So we have the same construction now on both sides. All right. Oh, this is such a grand feeling. Seriously. When you're getting done things after such a long phase of preparation, it's a grandiose feeling when you start turning it on and it just works. It just works, Eurist. All right. So let's move back upwards. I mean, we do transport water over there to the other side. And if there wouldn't be this thing here happening, we would be actually able to build it up and let it flow towards the other side. But since fictionally this is supposed to be an aqueduct flowing to both sides of the map, it wouldn't make sense to block the water here. After all, our idea is to transport the water over to the other side as well, so... yeah. But, well, the real interesting thing here is that we are actually successfully ripping a hole into the water level here. So basically these screw pumps would work out. What is happening here? Somebody ended out being dumb again. Did something collapse here? I just think it was the good old work-related accident here. Alright, poor guy. He just lost his foot. Or his foot got very, very seriously injured. I hope the orderlies will pick him up soon. Maybe I should assign a few more orderlies here. Don't feel too well about looking how long it takes for him to be brought away here. So the ramp here is there, so we need the floorboard there. Okay. Now we just need to wall this baby off. But one good thing remains as a conclusion to me. I'm very confident that the moment we got this secondary pump stack running, we definitely have enough water for the entire bridge. And the other thing that somewhat is a good feeling to me is that this clearly shows that we did need a second pillar, because one pillar wouldn't provide enough water. End of the story. We just wouldn't have enough water otherwise. So I see that as a real success for what we were doing here. I mean, technically now, it wouldn't be too much work to get done the second pump stack already. I mean, I now know what I do, and I'm pretty sure that I should be able to get this thing built a lot faster now. So... I'm somewhat tempted to do it, just because, you know, just because. Just because it has been the mission and it has been the vision, but on the other hand, maybe I'll do that behind the scenes real quick, without the camera. I'm not quite sure about that yet, though, in all honesty. But it's really nice to see that the entire gorgeous thing is working. There's one missing piece of wall here. All right. So that is pretty much the finale of this series, you know. 3 new rock coffins. Ah, so happy. It did work. We got the water flowing, and I gotta check in a hot minute if it was powerful enough to reach the other side already or not. So, well, it is still spreading as we are filling more and more water here. So I think it might actually just work. I mean, we'll see about that. There surely must be a limit of what this pump stack can do, you know. So, there we go. Power transmission succeeded. Being transmissioned all the way upstairs. Oh, well. Somebody locked himself in. That's a pretty common occurrence as well. Part of the job, basically. Okay, now with that all getting done, we can remove that. This guy is being freed as well, so we can replace that wall. Alright, so yeah, it has been very, very intimidating at first, as I had no clue how to get started with this whole thing and how to pull it up and all, but by now, I must say, it's been a pretty fun ride. And I don't even know what I was getting myself worked up so much about. But, I mean, yeah, in hindsight, things are always quite easy. Or, as I like to say, if you know what you have to do, everything is quite easy. It's just a tedious task then. Learning is always the hardest part. And if you don't learn, well, you can't do things. So, you have to work yourself through the hard part first, is what I'm getting myself towards to here. Now, what piece of wall? Alright, we need to wait here this way. Okay, almost there. Alright, so once these things are all done, I am actually able to cut off the support for this one and make it happen as it is. So, let's put up a wall here so the water generator can be built. So, we're doing this. Yeah, we're almost done, my friends. Just these 2 pump stacks left. And I think I'll be just completing these AFK, or away from camera, AFC, whatever, you get my idea. So, did the water make it to the end? Well, I mean, I do like the fact that it turns into a soft trickle at some point. Wait a sec. Bukar, you did topple statue? Okay. And this guy is really not in a good mental shape. Okay. What is happening here? So we seem to have our first tavern brawl between the highest priest of the Vukar religion and a couple of other people. So it's really fascinating to see what kind of drama is breaking out here as we finish up the construction of things. All right. So, water generator 2 is being filled up. Corkscrews are being built. Or put up there. So, merely waiting for these last bits and bobs to come together here. And then we will turn on the machine on the other side as well. So yeah, it's slowly getting there, my friends. It's slowly getting there. So the second pump stack will turn this into a magnificent burbling stream. I just realized one problem here. We can't turn it off to construct the second pump stack. Well, considering everything that is happening here, this is more a funny thing than anything else. We can safely say that this is not enough water to be a real danger to anybody. But it surely is a bit of a problem there that I didn't take into account when I was getting impatient here. So the only way of stopping the machinery here, by the way, is to punch a hole into the water generator and cut off the power supply. I realized that we could also put up a staircase here and stop the machinery here, but I won't stop the machinery. We don't stop here. You rest. So as long as there is no muddy spatches here happening, maybe one pump stack will be all it takes. Maybe I'm just impatient. I mean, the classic aqueduct is not a rushing torrent of water. It is a friendly, pleasant stream. It's not a waterfall. Maybe the secondary pump stack can also be used rather to weaponize this whole thing. Maybe the secondary pump stacks don't flood the aqueduct. Maybe they flood the bridge. Well, I don't know. I just noticed that this was a major oversight in the designs here. So, whatever. It comes with a built-in aqueduct. I'm starting to talk my work bad. It's one of my bad habits here. You do something magnificent and then you're like, yeah, well, that sucks because there is a hair in it. Something like that. Alright, unhappiness is actually lowering by now. People are happier than they were before. So, it's almost hitting the spot. So it doesn't dry up on the way there. It's actually filling up more and more. So I think this mission is a complete success so far. And the slow trickle of water makes it a manageable threat, if ever a threat will arise out of that. So. Alright. Very impatient here. That's the last bits there that have to fill the aqueduct. So another one slips into depression. Damn it. And it should produce fine mist now. Falls back into the ocean. I did it. Oh, look at that. So we probably need grades here. Okay, I didn't foresee that happening. So we need to make grades first, huh? Yeah, alright. Whatever. I really don't think that this is that much of a big deal. So, and the second pump stack is working too? Damn it. This is, you know, about 30 hours of work directly, and I don't know how many hours I've been pondering about this monster before we got there. So, my good friends, that means we have achieved our goal. I mean, sure, I could now go and make things again larger and all. Could do that, surely. But I don't think that anybody would like to see that recorded at the end of the day, huh? So, what I'm doing now, by the way, if you're wondering, I do try to transfer my stockpiles from one pillar to another by expanding them and then deleting them on the other area. There we go. So now stuff will get hauled back to this place, as we are here finished with the work. There is nothing left to do here. We can now, after the goods have been transported away, start axing away the contact here. Then we can start axing away the contact here. And then we just need to work on that pump stack here. And then we're done, my friends. We're done. It's done. I can't believe that. Somewhere deep in my brain, I felt like this would be... At some point, I would fail after trying so hard, putting it away because it doesn't work because of that, because of this. Some sort of an insurmountable problem, but nope. No insurmountable problems turned up. At the end of the day, I must say, I think we cannot build up a second pump stack anyways, because the aqueduct has too much power. We would be actually risking the life of our people here at this point, I must say. It might be wiser not to build a second pump stack, because I really underestimated how powerful the outflow here would be. So we're going to make ourselves 50 glass grates that we can put up here. I don't like the way this looks here. That's getting dirty and ruddy here. I mean, sure, it's normal that things like these work on out like that. I mean, I could make windows here. I could just place down windows so people could watch the magnificence of that. But we can also risk the lives of our construction workers while they're installing grates and hope that they won't slip. Or hope that they will slip. Depends on your religious occupation. Either way, we are done here, my friends. I will prepare this fortress in between for its show-off. You know, there will be a nice show-off stream, show-off video, where I do a fortress tour and such. But for that, I need to polish her up a little bit. What I want to try to finish is to get those walls a little bit more covered up. At least have a finishing on these rooms here, you know. At least a roof on the rooms and stuff like that. I don't envision Koganaros to rise up too much on the hillside here. The real highlight here will be that. I mean, at the end of the day, there's two very unrealistic things about this bridge. First off, if I'd be building that thing, and if it would be my fortress, I would want to have a tower in here to ogle at my magnificent construction every day. I want to. So that's a missing thing that I didn't come up idea-wise. It didn't even strike me as as a thing that people would do. But well, hindsight. So that's one thing. The other thing is that all these pillars are floating in the air. That's one thing that bothers me the most about this mega project. I had no clue until up until that point how to construct directly into the ocean. Now that I see what these pumps do, I get an idea what we could have done there, how we could have done it, but I'm frankly said not quite sure if I am able to pull it off, and I'd need to try it. One thing's for sure, it would have expanded the series by easily another 30 episodes if that's enough, because constructing in the ocean, down into the ocean, like several layers deep, I haven't done that before. I would need to learn that. It bothers me a bit that I didn't do this, but well, there is always something. Like I said, it sucks because there's a hair in it. So, yeah, my good friends, I thank you, all of you who've been around that long, long time. Let's witness this aqueduct in all its glory, and we're going to see where this will lead. One thing's for sure, this aqueduct is a really, really messy eater. It is very, very... it produces very much water around here, but I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't bother me too much. We'll see if at the Fortress Guide I'll say something else about that topic, but I think with a couple of grades around that, this problem should be easily mitigatable. I think this is all it requires, a little bit more area where the water can dissipate at. Maybe I need to enlarge up these holes, but we'll see about that. Currently, parts of the bridge get wet, but I think, well, there should be a limit to this effect. It does show me, though, that we really, really don't need a second pump stack. I was totally wrong about that. The second pump stack is just too much. It just would be too much. You wouldn't be able to get yourself through with it anymore, and therefore we're kicking it. So my good friends, this is where I will be ending the gameplay series for Season 4 of Gogana Ross. I will be finishing up things behind the scenes. Like I said, the second pump stack, I have already fully decided that I won't be building that. I'll be just preparing it and explaining it in the Fortress Tour, why we didn't finish it up. Narrative-wise, maybe the brave dwarfs of Koganaros will do at some point and flood the elves, what do I know. But either way, this is where we end, and I'm very, very proud of it. Come on, it's an entire effing bridge. The only thing that really makes me kind of sad is the fact that I am not able to share it with you via using StoneSense, as when I run StoneSense and my recording software together, it just crashes. It just produces always a shutdown, and I don't know why these two programs can play along nicely with each other, but yeah, that's just what it is. But mission achieved, pump stacks completed, aqueduct completed, ocean bridge completed. I am very, very happy that everything worked out like that. The only thing I'm not so convinced about is the water drainage here. Maybe we need to expand on that a little bit more, but whatever. If that's the only thing that didn't work on out as intended, I think I did a great job. Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. Drop me your comments. I'd be very, very happy to hear back from you, what you guys think. And as usual, a thumbs up and a subscription would be deeply appreciated. Also, check out the links below. There is something towards the Savage Lands, the entire season there. You can watch the entire Season 4. You can watch the entire Seasons 1, 2, and 3 there. I've got it all, so feel free to knock yourself out. Can't wait to see you guys there. I hope you had a good time, and we're going to see each other in Season 5 when we will continue things on a new fortress. I don't know where we will end up, but I do know that it will be a fun and good time. until then, thanks for watching. I really deeply appreciate having you guys. You make this job a lot more worthwhile, because otherwise nobody would be watching my videos, and that would suck big time. And yeah, I hope you had a good time. Exactly. Good time. See you guys next time. Bye bye.